Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For trucks, obviously. On the lot.
He became steel resistant.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special segment here. We're going to have Curtis from Record Time talk about a couple of modules that can help you run your business better. So, Curtis, before we get into that, thank you for joining me.
That's right. Thank you for having me again.
No worries, man. No worries. Yeah, can you just quickly explain for the people that don't know much about Record Time, just in brief, what is Record Time and what can it do for you?
Yeah, so Record Time is a digital management system which has specifically been designed for the civil construction industry to eliminate paperwork or reduce paperwork and save you time with your admin tasks.
That's it. Yeah, like we all know anyway, you don't want to be doing the paperwork manually anymore, chasing dockets, chasing all these documents from your workers and trying to find stuff under piles of paper when you can actually just have it all at the palm of your hand. That's it,
at
yeah.
your fingertips. That's it.
That's the one, man. That's the one. All right, cool. You know what? Let's do this. So Today we're going to talk about the docketing module. So let's run through it. We're going to do a little mini tutorial. So let's go, man. What have we got?
Perfect. Sounds good. Well, I'm going to share my screen so everyone can see what we're talking about as we're going through. So hopefully that's going to pop up now and you can see the Record Time dashboard. Is that correct?
Yes, I can see that.
Perfect. So this is what we call the back end of Record Time. This is where all the smarts or all the intelligence happen. So up the top, as you can see, we've got all of our different modules. We've got the scheduling module, employee and plant management, docket book manager, invoicing, and job site manager. And we'll start off with the docketing module as I identified as advised. The first thing that we'll look at is the docket templates. Now, with Record Time, we have the ability to create an unlimited number of templates in your account. These can be everything from incident and investigation reports, risk assessments, toolbox talks, variation forms, hourly hire dockets, pre-starts, just to name a few. Now, with our system as well, everything comes with a QR code that you can use for a quick read access, or also you can just send it through the mobile phone app as well. Now, when you get started with Record Time, we do provide you with a couple of pre-built or pre-populated templates for you to use. But you are also welcome to come in and create your own, which is what we're going to do today. So to create your own template or a new template within the Record Time system, we click on the Add New button, and then we create a blank template. Now we're going to call this New Template for Earthworks Hub. Now, we don't need to link it to Xero. We don't need to link it to our timer, scheduler, or plant management. But obviously for certain templates, we can do all of that as well. When the template is sent, do we want it to be signed and approved by somebody, or we don't need it to be approved? Today, we're going to select it that it doesn't need to be approved.
Okay. So what's that for? Is that so you can get the customer to sign at the end or something, is it?
That's exactly right. So we have the option to capture client signatures remotely. So if they're not on site at the end of the day and you need to get them to sign off on the docket, we can make that happen. So either with the push of a button, which will pick up their name, their email address, time and date, or also we can actually physically capture a signature as well. Do we need to make it invoiceable? And again, no, we don't need to do that for this particular template. We can change all of these settings at a later date, so it's not something that we need to worry too much about right now. Now, as you can see, we've now jumped onto the design page of our docket template. On the left-hand side here, we've got all the different form elements that we can use to create a day docket. We're going to build a day docket here today. Now, the first field that is automatically created is the date. Now, I'm going to add in a few additional fields to create my day docket. So I'm going to select the short text box, and then this is going to ask for the client's name. We add that in there. Now I can add another short text box, which we can then also add in client site address. And then we might put in a different type of field, which could be the long text box, which allows us to create more characters in the field. And then this is going to ask for a work description. Now, all of the different elements on the side here do something slightly different. They all have different features, different options that we can use for. Now, what we might also add in now is our grid element. This is going to enable us to create a bit more of a breakdown of our workday and the information that we're wanting to add into the docket. So I'm going to select the grid. I'm going to select the number of columns, which we'll select 5 to start off with. we're going to create a time. So remember, field, a second time field, which will give us a start time and a finish time. And then we might do another numbers field, which will give us a break. And then we're going to we'll do a short text for a description, and we'll leave that one blank for now as well.
Yeah, so this is basically, if you've got an existing docket book, you can actually transfer all the exact same information from that book into the template. And that's it. You don't have to actually, then you alleviate using that docket book anymore. So it's all done through your phone.
That's exactly right. So we basically can replicate the exact docket that you're currently using and eliminate paperwork basically, which is what we said at the start. So we can also do a task, do a comments or a notes field at the end. Now this will allow you with the grid, similar to Microsoft Excel, where you can add in multiple different rows. So if you wanted to say that you started at 7 o'clock, you finished then at 9 o'clock for this task, you didn't have a break in that component, and the task was footings, you were digging footings for 2 hours, then you can add in another line item, and then from 9 o'clock and through lunchtime, then you're doing a site cleanup or drilling piers. So you can actually break up your day. Same as a paper docket book, just adding a new line item in.
Yeah, all good.
So then once we've got that, we can also add different fields like images. We can also use the location field, which will pick up your GPS location using your smart device. The signature field as well, which will be great for capturing your own signature. So again, I can change the heading of this to be employee signature, where I will sign on my docket before providing that to the client or the foreman to sign off. Now, each of these fields as well have got additional features or settings that we can use. So for the date, we can also make this field required, that it has to be completed before you can submit the docket. We can also ask to show the time, show the day, and we can also make it uneditable or show the date and time and automatically add that into the docket, so you don't need to fill that out. Now, if we want to change the order, edit this form at all, we can also just click and drag and change the order of the form, or change any headings of these that we want to as well at any point. So we can change this to project address. Now, if we want to add in additional fields, so underneath the client name, for example, I want to add in another field, which might ask me for my plant that I'm using. So plant type for the day. We can also add that in as well there. Now with the system, we can also add in drop-down menus. So what we call pre-fillers, which will enable you to select select from a list of a drop-down item. So cat, excavator, we add that in. We can also say we've got a JCB, or some people might have different machines, but that will now enable us to select these machines from a drop-down menu rather than having to type in an answer in each of those fields.
Yeah, that's cool. That's actually really good, yeah.
Now, once we're going through and we're happy roughly with what that docket is going to look like, we can click on the preview field here, and then this will let us roughly see what it's going to look like on the mobile phone app to complete before we're filling it out.
Yeah.
If we're happy with the template, once we're ready for that to be used by our employees or on site, we assign it to the employee. In this case, we're going to give permission for Ivan to fill this out through his mobile phone app. And now Ivan has access to this docket that we've just created on record time for him to fill out on site.
How cool is that? So then they just come to site, fill it in like they would a regular paper docket, fill it in all on their phone. And in the end, that'll just get uploaded straight into the system, and you don't need to go and ask that employee for a copy and it will automatically distribute copies of this to whoever you've, like you said before, to the
recipient.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right. So when we're filling it out on site, we select the recipient. That can either be someone in the office within your company, or also the client or customer that you're working for, and it will get sent to their email address. Now, when a docket is sent from record time, everything then comes into this dockets tab here. So we can see that Ivan has sent a couple of dockets when he first signed up for record time, and they're all here. So we get a unique docket ID number. We can see the sender. So Ivan sent it to himself, just doing some testing, which is great. We can see that it was the Earthworks Hub hourly hire docket. We can see the date that it was sent. And then we can also click on the button here, and then this will give us access to his docket and all the information that's on there.
Well, there you go, guys. And you can actually put your logos and stuff on there as well, yeah?
Yeah, logos, all that sort of stuff. And very soon, hopefully, we'll have a customizable PDF print off. So when you're actually sending it to the client, it can be a little bit more customized to your business.
That's so cool, man. So cool. All right. Well, there you go. So that is how to create a docket template when you get yourself the app, and make sure you do get the app because, as you can see, this is a big time saver. So, no, very good. Curtis, thank you very much for going through this module with us.
Not a problem at all.
All right, guys, look out for our other videos on the other modules. So we're going to go through each one. Look out for those videos. Take care, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For tracks, obviously. On the lot.
He became steel resistant.